Okay, let's any questions? Good. So now let's look at an example with lots of data, okay, not just 2-3 observations. So let's go back to Superstore for TYD2. Okay, open that. Okay. So here we have 3 tables: orders, returns, and users. So orders is the one that has the transaction data, right? So you bring that in. And now, okay, let's look at returns. So here in this table we have the order ID and the status whether it is returned or not. So suppose you want to filter out all the returned orders from here and then do your visualization, okay, because you don't want to include the orders that have been returned, obviously, right? So what kind of join would you do? Okay, so when you bring it in, okay, so remember the default is inner join. Okay, so this is going to give you what? The resulting table is what? All the orders that have been returned. Hopefully we don't have on the returned table, we don't have an order that is not present in the orders table, obviously, right? You can't return an order that was not placed in the first place, okay. But that's theoretically true, but it is possible that there is some typo or something where, you know, an order that was not placed gets returned because of an error in the data. But let's look at that one here. So this one has 1634 rows, right? So there are 1634 orders that have been returned. But now we have only 98 rows here. So what's the problem? Okay, let's then do a right side join. Okay, do a right join. Now this should have the same number of records as a return, right? 1671. Well, we have only 1634 rows. And the right join has 1671 rows. I don't know what's going on here, but anyway, let's look at least try to understand the order ID should be okay. So that obviously our order IDs which are null, order ID returns okay. So these are the unreturned the orders that are not in the left side, but even though it's on the right side. So there are a bunch of orders that are returned that are not in the orders fact table. So this is an anomaly, right? So this needs investigation, why that is so. We don't know what's going on because we are not from that company. So This cannot be. We have orders that are returned, but they are not in the orders table. So that's the I don't know what's going on there. But so these are the things that, by understanding the kind of join, what output it produces, then you can do an investigation in terms of whether the data is clean, whether there is something wrong, so and needs to be fixed and that kind of stuff. Okay. And of course, if you do a left side join here, and you'll see that all the orders from the left side, okay, so the order table, hopefully order table has 9426 rows, and all that 9426 rows are here on the left side join. Okay. You have a new student? What's your name? Joe. Are you in my class? So you have the door open, so you can just walk in. Well, maybe I shouldn't give him a hard time. We are done. All right. Any questions? All right. Ask him to come in then. All right, guys. I'll see you next week. And remember, I'm going to have a homework for you.